Hello students, in the previous video I have explained SN1 and SN2 reaction. In this video I will discuss the factors which decide whether the reaction is SN1 or SN2. The first factor which decide the reaction will be SN1 or SN2 is the nature of alkyl halide. As we know, there are three types of alkyl halide is possible, like this. This is tertiary alkyl halide, this is secondary alkyl halide, and this one is primary alkyl halide. If any nucleophile wants to attack on these alkyl halides, then what will be the possibilities? If nucleophile will attack on the tertiary, then it can't be attacked from the back side because there are three large alkyl groups are there. So there is a more steric hindrance. And if nucleophile want to attack from the front side, so there is a halogen atom. So there will be the repulsion between the halogen and the nucleophile. So in the tertiary alkyl halide, SN1 reaction is only the option. SN2 not possible. Okay. Come to the second case. In second case, depend on the alkyl halide and the other factors, SN1 and SN2 both reactions are possible. In this case, primary alkyl halide, in the primary alkyl halide, there is a lesser steric hindrance. So the nucleophile can easily attack from the back side. So the reaction is SN2. Okay. So in the primary, if we say the order of the SN1 reaction, then tertiary, secondary and primary. If we say the order of SN2 in alkyl halides, then primary, secondary and tertiary. First is the steric hindrance, second is the stability of the carbonium ion which affect the mechanism of the SN1 and SN2. Consider the tertiary alkyl halide. It will form tertiary carbonium ion. As we know, the carbonium ion is formed as an intermediate state in the SN1 reaction. Okay. Come to the secondary carbonium ion. Secondary carbonium ion formed by the secondary alkyl halides, and primary alkyl halides form primary carbonium ion. And what is the stability order in the carbonium ion? Tertiary, secondary and primary. Means primary alkyl halides is the least stable. Okay. So tertiary carbonium ion is most stable, so it will be formed easily. So SN1 reaction will be easily in the tertiary carbonium ion. So two factors depend here, steric hindrance and the stability of the carbonium ion. So the order will be this one. So now come to the second factor. Second is the solvent effect. If solvent is polar protic solvent, then reaction will be SN1. And if solvent is polar aprotic, then reaction will be SN2. What are polar protic solvents? Polar protic solvents are those solvents which have net dipole moments and have the hydrogen atoms. Means they have the capability of the formation of hydrogen bond, like water, alcohol, carboxylic acids, etc. What are polar aprotic solvents? Which are polar because of dipole moment, but they don't have the ability to form the hydrogen bond because of the absence of the hydrogen atom, like dimethyl sulfoxide, dimethyl fluoride, acetones, etc. Now come to the third factor, nature of the nucleophile. If nucleophile is strong, then it will favor SN2 reaction, and if nucleophile is weak, then it will favor SN1 mechanism. What are the strong nucleophiles? Strong nucleophiles are the strong bases and the weak nucleophiles are the weak bases. Now consider an example. In the following pair of hydrogen compounds, which will show SN2 faster. In the first case, this is secondary alkyl halide and this is primary alkyl halide, because in this case chlorine atom is bonded with the primary carbon atom, while in this chlorine atom is bonded with the secondary carbon atom. Okay, and we know the rate of the SN2 is faster in the primary alkyl halides. Okay, now come to the second part. In the second part, one leaving group is chlorine and second leaving group is iodine, and size of the iodine is larger than the chlorine. So the bond between the iodine and carbon will be weaker in comparison to this bond. So iodine will leave easily in comparison to the chlorine because of the larger size. That's why the rate of the reaction will be faster in this iodobutane in comparison to the chlorobutane. Now consider one more example. Which alkyl halide reacts more rapidly by an SN2 mechanism? Explain your answer. First, CH3, CH2, 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 Br. Second, CH3, CH2, CH, Br, CH3. It is clear from the structure. Here leaving group is same. Okay, leaving group is same, but nature of the alkyl halide is different. In the first example, we discussed two conditions. First, nature of the alkyl halide. Second, nature of the leaving group. In this case, nature of the leaving group is same, but the nature of the alkyl halide is different. This is primary, this is secondary, and rate of the SN2 reaction is always high in primary alkyl halide. Okay, now come to the second. This is secondary alkyl halide, this is tertiary. In comparison to the tertiary, secondary will show fast rate of the reaction. So like this, secondary, first primary show higher, then secondary, then tertiary. This is the rate of the SN2 mechanism. In this case, there is secondary alkyl halide and tertiary alkyl halide. So rate will be the faster in the secondary alkyl halide in comparison to the tertiary. Now come to the third example. In the third example, this is primary, this is also primary. Okay, but the position of this methyl group will decide the rate of the SN2 reaction. Okay, in this case, in the first case, CH3 group is attached to the 1, 2, 3 third carbon atom, while in this case CH3 is attached to the second carbon atom. Means methyl group is attached nearer to the bromine atom, leaving group. So there will be the more steric hindrance in comparison to this. So it will show high rate in comparison to this because of lesser steric hindrance. So in this case, steric hindrance, and in these two cases, nature of the alkyl halide will decide the rate of the SN2 mechanism.